ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you all with us at NSU All Access with the head women's basketball coach here at Norfolk State University, Coach Jermaine Woods. You see him; he's ready for action, Coach. We haven't really got a chance to sit down and talk like this in this way in a while, but it's good to see you, and it's good to see you doing well, not only on the floor but also off the floor as well.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me, man. Looking forward to chopping it up with you as usual, and always glad when I get to talk to you, Ross, and answer your question and keeping it real, man.
Always a good time, man. Always a good time, and I guess we'll start where we haven't been in a while. Like your season has been ebbs and flows. It's ups and downs, which is every season is. You're going to have some injuries, you're going to have some moments. But we talked about the best version of this team and what we would see, and it seems like the best version of your team is showing itself in this moment and in this time, and that's really a good place to be.
Yeah, man. I always was confident that we would be here. I actually thought, you know, uh, going into the end of the season, we had a chance to win the MEAC tournament. The expectations when you come to Norfolk State are just different, right? And last year they came off a historical season, so everybody want to look the same. And like I told you, it's not going to look the same, right? It may not ever look the same again. But we're a MEAC team and we compete in the MEAC conference, and we're very competitive in this conference. And I'm really happy with the growth and maturation of the team and the staff, man. And it seems like we're hitting all cylinders right now. But we got to finish it off, man, and have a chance to still hang a banner.
And that's one of the biggest things. I think um, when you have a team that's in this space, finishing it off is probably one of the most difficult things to do because you're playing so well. So you don't want anybody to be complacent, but you still want them to know that there is still bigger goals ahead.
Yeah, we have a different team, right? So it's tough because we went from me being a disciplinarian, right, to like being doing it my way, to trying to figure out like how can we fit together, right? When you bring a group of young women together and then you bring people back from the previous teams, man, it's hard, right? And so what we found is a balance where we can accept each other and be there for each other, and try to block out the outside noise. And I think that's the biggest thing is letting them be themselves while still maintaining my values, and making sure that I'm doing it, the way I know how to do it. But we're just a fun group, man. Like, and you said the complacency, and sometimes I'm like, man, y'all play too much. But it's like we playing the game too, right? We're free, we're laughing, they're joking with each other in the locker room. So I don't want to take that away from them. There's a fine line between, joking and having too much fun and not showing up. But we have fun and we show up. So hopefully we continue to down that path. And these are games that kind of scary to me, man. The Howard game doesn't bother me. Not looking down the road as these games that you think that you got them because of who they played last game, that you let slip through your hands. So, we got to show up today for 40 minutes, man. Everybody right now just playing for, some teams playing for nothing, some teams playing for seeding.
And one of the things that you just mentioned, I think, is very key, especially down the end of the season. We're playing for a conference championship and seeding.
Yeah.
But there are some schools that right now they know they can't be in that championship hunt. They want to be able to get the best possible seed going into the second week of March, and that's huge because you have to match or not match, exceed their intensities coming into the ball game because as much as we have to play for, so do they.
Yes, I've been there before, right? In this conference, like you're gonna be that 4 or 5 seed, so you're trying to mess up everybody else. I've been a
Mhm.
team that had beat Harvard one year, and then Norfolk State was the champions. So I've been there, man, and trying to mud things up a little bit. And these are still Division 1 players, and we have to respect that, and we have to understand that. At any point in time, man, everybody's trying to take you down, and then you're still Norfolk State, and so when you show up in an arena with that big bus, with that big beautiful bus with that emblem up there, it just means something to people. We were at practice and shooting around. We got people looking in the doors, trying to walk through the gym. It's different. It's different. So, everybody want to knock you off. We have to understand. Howard's number 1 in the conference, but Norfolk State is still the defending champion. So, we still have that target on our back, and I try to make them understand that. And at this point, man, we get some people back today, and down this final stretch, like you said, Ross, like we have to be confident but comfortable as well.
One of the things that also in terms of how the season is going, when you've gotten people back, you've also lost some individuals as well. just the nagging things, and coach for a team with a short bench. It's almost good that you got CC back, but you hate the fact that Ayana, who played well in her last game,
Yeah, yeah,
she has to be out tonight.
yeah. That's a tough one. You know, it was like a flu injury yesterday in practice, and you know we don't really practice like we used to anymore. So you know we do a little contact. That's it. You know, mostly just maintaining and conditioning and going over the game plan. And she went down yesterday. You know, she'll be back. But you know, she went down yesterday. But you know, you get CC back though. You know, and so you know, it worked out. Like if CC wouldn't been playing, it would have been tough. You know, to lose Ayana because now we're going with that two forward lineup a lot. And so we want to continue to do that. So it would have been good to continue to see her to progress. But you know, it's next man up. CC ain't played for 6 weeks, and people stepped up. So, you know, we have to have other people, you know, stepping up to the plate and filling that void and doing and making the changes that need to be made.
We come back to Baltimore in a place that I know holds a very special place in your heart. For a lot of different reasons. You know, this this is the place where you got your head coaching start.
Yeah,
And you know, as much as I know you love being at Norfolk State, there is a special place in your heart for Baltimore and what opportunity it gave to you. Talk a little bit about just being back in this space. Not even a game, just being back in this space in the place that gave you a start.
yeah, man. It feels great, man. You know, I love Baltimore. They treated me well. Dr. Jenkins, President Dr. Jenkins, and Mr. AD Carter, man, they treated me amazing, man. You know, they gave me my start. And Mr. Carter, who was the AD, you know, put me on his wing and kind of mentored me through all of this and you know, helped me out and helped me grow through the process and let me go through my growing pains because I wasn't perfect. You know, I made some mistakes and, you know, we sent us offers and we talked every day. And just to help my growth and, you know, whatever I asked President Jenkins for, you know, he was there for me. Like today, you know, I walked to my old apartment and had me a walk, did my little walk out, my pregame walk this morning, and just did the walk, you know, along the harbor like I usually do. And when I was here for game days, my car's still here. Um, and so I went to see my car today. I'm actually gonna get it shipped on Saturday, get it shipped back home. But my car's still here. So, you know, a lot of memories here, man, and a lot of good times, a lot of trying times, but you know, it ended well. We made some history here at Coppin State in Baltimore. So, you know, definitely miss Baltimore, but you know, I'm home now. So, you know, it's been great. But I'm appreciative of you know everybody that looked out for me at Baltimore, and I'll be remiss to not mention Miss Vera Carrington, who you know who's great to me, who's still you know make sure I get a home cooked meal when I come into town, you know. So definitely love the people at Coppin State, but you know when I came to Norfolk, man, I got it's the same thing, you know, it's open arms. So you know I'm fortunate I'm one of those coaches that you know had a great president and AD, and they took care of me, and I have the same thing in Norfolk State with Dr. J and Dr. Webb. And so you don't have that all the time. So when you choose to leave a place where you love and taken care of, and you know you can be there forever, right? It's hard to leave that situation. And I left, and I found another home, and you know, so I'm happy about my decision to come to Norfolk, man. And even happier because like I have the support that I have at Norfolk State that I had at Coppin.
Coach, it's always a thing, man. When you come into these spaces, you want to be prepared. I think one of the things that we look at now in with 3 games left in the regular season, preparation more than anything is probably the biggest thing you can see because you play Coppin, you play Morgan, you've seen them both once, you've seen Howard once, so they know what we do, we know what they do. It's
Yeah,
just going to be who's going to be more prepared for what the wrinkle might be, for
yeah.
what might be new. Like one of the things that if if you're a fan of basketball, you will be a fan of Jermaine Woods because what we did against North Carolina Central game 1, we didn't do in game 2.
Hmm.
We changed up just a little bit. So you know,
Hmm.
again, like you're not going to see the same thing. You're going to
Yeah.
get a chance to see something different, and that's the beauty of the games with you. How big is preparation coming up for these next 3 games?
It's big, man. You know, with me, so we've been trying to find our offensive identity for a while, right? And so
Mhm.
how I go into a game is, you know, we watch the film, we put stuff in that gonna work against the team we play. And so it's kind of hard to like to scout us. And our guards are really, really good. So you just gotta guard us. And if you've know I know you've noticed, I've just moved out the way a little bit and kind of let them just play downhill and make the right plays and and defensively we always come with a game plan, and our goal is always to make the people shoot that we want to shoot, and we've been
Mhm.
successful at that. And that's an attribute to the young women and the coaching staff, and and that us working our tails off to get the scout right, and we hang our hat on defense. And if we score, people in trouble. Because like we're always going to be in the game because we're going to defend you and we're going to defend the right way. Um, but it's the offensive part that we worry about. I worry about a lot. And when I see that ball start going in the basket, Ross, I get really, really happy because I know we're going to defend. That's why you've seen us be down 11 or 12 to like 2, and I don't even budge.
Mhm.
Because the way they're scoring it's the way we want them to score. And so if they're going to continue to score that way, we're probably going to lose or make an adjustment. But the numbers say those are people that can't score. And so
Mhm.
it takes itself out. And we've been in a couple games like that where people are making shots that we want to shoot the ball. And the young woman look at me and I'm like, it's okay. Everything. And you've
Mhm.
seen it, it's you've
Yeah.
seen it. And we talked about that before. And as long as the people that we want shooting the ball, we'll be fine. Um, because we're going to defend at a high level. I think we're number 5 in the country in defensive field goal percentage. We just need to rebound the ball better, which we have been doing a little better lately. And
Mhm.
I think playing with the two forwards has helped that. But it's always different. People haven't seen the two forward lineup until now, so they're not used to that. And we're changing the offense. We're running more ball screens now. People not used to that. So it's just they're playing a transition. And so this will be a different game, and we'll do some things they haven't seen before. And I'm sure she has some wrinkles. Um, she may try to throw in, but the one thing about us that I like about us once we game plan, we're gonna defend how we defend. You know what the word is. I won't use the word, so everybody won't use it. We
Mhm.
do that every single play, right? And we do the same thing with middles. And so you're gonna see that every time. You got to make a decision, of how you want to play. And most coaches change that entire game plan to try to fit how we defend. That's when I love it because now you're
Mhm.
playing right into our hands, and so you're spending the whole practice figuring out offense and not worried about guarding us. So we just got to stay at a high level defensively and get these shots up, and we'll be fine.
One of the things I do like, and we'll end on this, Coach. Over the last three games, don't knock on wood. We've shot the three ball the way you wanted us to shoot the three ball, the way you
Yeah,
thought it would be at the beginning of the year, and
sure.
taking good shots and taking good open looks at three and making them. And one of those things that happens is when you have someone who is a leader and maybe quiet leader. A lot of people will look and say Debria Clark. When Debria Clark starts going, it's probably Cerie Worley. It's probably
Yeah,
Cerie. When she gets going, our team is really, really good.
I tell everybody that. I said that in the MEAC meetings. When Sari plays well, we're really good. Like we
Mhm.
we're really good. Like when she's just that hybrid man that can guard four, she can switch on the perimeter. When she's defending and rebounding and making shots at high level, we're really really good. And in the games that we haven't played our best in conference, she's had her times. In the games where when she plays well, is I mean like you see the scores. I mean it's no
Yeah.
and to me. She's that piece. Our guard's gonna be good. We know Jaysha gonna play. We know she's gonna get steals and get downhill. We know Debris gonna make shots. She's second leading scorer in the conference. We know AJ's gonna be AJ. She's been averaging double figures in almost every conference game. It's the Sari Wally piece, man, and I tell her all the time, and her teammates even know that now because they're hard on her about shooting the ball and getting shots up. She's that X factor, man, for sure. And when she's playing well, we're dead on good.
Thank you, Coach, for your time. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And we got to do this more, man. And NSU
Yeah,
All
man.
Access with
Yeah,
Jermaine
anytime,
Woods. Thank you,
anytime.
and that's Coach Woods. And we'll see you at the game.